YouTube! ¿Qué pasa? Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video on my channel. So, yeah, it is about that time that I'll talk about how to actually build good teams. It's essential to start focusing really and trying to figure out different team compositions the higher you get and the further you get, right? Because in the beginning, you could potentially throw together a few characters and you should be good to go up until chapter 15. However, when you go further down the line, it becomes increasingly difficult and sticking points are going to become more dominant if you don't pay close attention to a team you're using, right? So there is one thing right here on the left which basically shows you some lineup recommendations, right? So you could use, for instance, the first one, which is the Chun-Li PvE setup, where you use Elena as support, Chun-Li as main DPS, Beast Zangief and Abel as the tank up front. Or you use the same setup with M.BISON, which is actually a team setup I have used multiple times too. Or you use the Infernal King, which is also pretty fun. However, it does require a few more copies of Jury. You gotta have at least a S or S plus or even SS. But that's another story. But most F2P friendly teams are the first two, Chun-Li PvE and M.BISON teams. And by the way, if you're wondering, M.BISON is free to play. You can get him completely free to play. Once you hit a certain chapter, I believe it was chapter 16 or 17, you're able to unlock divination, right? And divination is basically this right here. And you can choose one character out of these, and then you will be able to summon times 10 divination, 5,000 diamonds, and there is a chance of you getting M.BISON there. And the first time you do that, it's guaranteed to get you a character of your choice. So that's basically that. But anyways, let's get down to some of the team building stuff, right? I'm going to build with you guys a team for Thunder faction, for Flame faction, and for Wind faction. And then I'm going to show you guys two good teams which should get you all the way up to chapter 20. And a team which will help you get past chapter 20 and break through, right? So let's get down to business with this one. So let's go to challenge. So here is my lineup, right? This is the team I'm currently using. And this team, this team is an insane team. But we're not going to be focusing on this team. We're going to take away all of these characters now. And we're going to start building the first team. Now, the first team I want to build with you guys is a sort of Thunder team which should get you early on in game pretty fast, pretty far. However, you don't need to have it fully with Thunder characters equipped. Would be nice, but it's no go. So as a tank, I highly suggest Makoto or E Honda. E Honda would be better since he has invulnerability. Invincibility. However, you do need more dupes of him, so that is the one thing. If either way, Makoto or E Honda should be fine. As main DPS dealer, very important, you want to have Mad Ryu. Mad Ryu is going to be the carrier unit of your account early on. And Mad Ryu is basically crazy character, really crazy character. He will carry your account for quite a while. Mad Ryu carried me actually all the way to chapter 15, which was crazy. Next up, you want to have another unit. Now, I suggest actually Chun-Li, since she is good in the combo line and does good AoE damage. If you want to purely do a Thunder team, go with Poison. Poison is actually the next best thing, and as support unit Elena. And this lineup right there is the lineup you want to choose, right? Now, let's go for some more for some links. So you want to give one link. Where is she? Where is Chun-Li? Right, either Kami or Chun-Li. I prefer even Kami. Give Kami to Mad Ryu, and for Makoto, you probably best off giving her Abel to make her a bit more tanky and withstand a bit more. And Kami will help you get some more breakthrough on the attacks of Mad Ryu. As for the combo, you want to choose Mad Ryu to use his super. You want to get Elena for the support, then use poison, and then last Mad Ryu in Lion. And this combo is basically the one to go. And bear in mind, yes, the game is basically a game where you can auto play. However, there will be stages where it is highly recommended to actually play manually, since it will help you break through some of these sticking points even better, right? So bear that in mind when playing the game. Whenever you're stuck, try it manually. It helps so often. And this team, as for the super moves, basically you could do the same setup as I have, or choose any other ones. I would always throw Nature's Advent in there, just for the extra healing. Gives a bit more survivability. And with this team, you should be easily breaking through up until chapter 20, especially if you're doing the faction tower. Just replace Kami and Abel with two Thunder characters. I recommend Blanca for Mad Ryu, and maybe Dudley for Makoto. That way you could use this team to challenge the faction tower. And yeah, with that team, you should be good to go, right? So next up, let's build a flame team. Right, let's go through a flame team. And I already got one set up already, which I actually use quite often. Right, so this team right here is my go-to flame team. The characters currently don't have any equipment on, that's why the total power isn't as high. However, with this team, the key in this team is actually him. Wait, why can't I click on it? Right, it's actually Dalsim, because Dalsim has so much to go for him. He's not without any reason on S League, on S tier, and Dalsim is basically a character that deals very huge amounts of flame damage to the opponents and burns them, and that is basically the key with this team. Now use Mayor Cody as support unit. He has some good control. Then use Dalsim. Now there is two combos you could run with this team, and I'm going to show you exactly which combos. Use Dalsim either as main or as third in the combo line. Then Viper, very crucial for this team. She deals huge amounts of damage. And last but not least, Dudley as sort of your balanced tank kind of up front, right? So what you want to be doing is, I'm running this combo right there. So Viper starts it off with a super attack. Mayor Cody deals AoE damage. And then second in the combo line is again Viper. She deals damage to the back row, which is basically back row deleting combo. And then last but not least, you have Dalsim on the third slot of the combos. Actually, the other combo you want to be trying to use is this one down here. With this combination, Dalsim will throw in the beginning a huge flame ball Genki Dama sort of look like in Dragon Ball Z, which basically burns every single enemy and inflicts burn, dealing damage to them. Then next up you got Mayo Cody, then Viper, and then another combo to finish off with Dalsim. But I prefer this one with Viper. It's up to your personal preference how you want to play this team. And with this team, you can definitely break through a lot of sticking points. Use the same team for the Fraction Flame Tower, and it should get you all the way to the top, right? So now we built a Thunder and a Flame team. Now let's go and look at a Wind team. And for Wind teams, two characters are crucial: Chun-Li and Beast Zangief. If you got these two characters, you are looking at already a good base for a good team, right? As for tanks, now you could either use T-Hawk or you could use Abel. I personally prefer Abel, however, I haven't built him up much, so you could go either way. Now, I personally, I'm gonna go with T-Hawk. And as for support unit in the back, I'm gonna go with Kami, and that is basically one of the best win teams out there currently. As for links, I would actually go ahead and give Mad Ryu to Chun-Li. And where is right? And you could also go ahead and give Makoto to your tank T-Hawk at the front, or Abel, depending on who you're choosing. You could also give another Thunder tank or another tank in general as a support link to your front character. And with this team, the combo will look like this. Now, the main damage dealer will be Chun-Li in this team, right? You want to set your combo up like this. Use the AoE of Beast Zangief, then Kami, and last but not least, again, Chun-Li. That's either one variant, or you go with this one where you swap them around. I would actually prefer this one, since Chun-Li deals so much AoE damage. Like, she basically, everything she touches dies. That's how busted this team is. And with this team, I broke a lot of sticking points too. Again, this is the team you should and could be using very easily in the faction bonus tower. Should get you up very high. I am currently on, I believe, stage 80 right there. So yeah, that's basically the win team. Now, let's look at some two balanced teams which get you up higher and get you further. Right, the first one is actually this team. Now, this team I used quite a long time. Main damage dealer is, again, Mad Ryu, and with this team, this was the team that got me all the way to chapter 15 in the beginning. That was basically my starting off team. I got lucky enough in the beginning to get Chun-Li and Mad Ryu. Chun-Li is currently SS+. I need just one more copy of her to make her triple S at least, which would give her a good boost as well on top. And with this team, you're looking to go easily to chapter 20. Like, easily to your 20s. That is basically how broken this team is. Another good team you could be using if you get your hands on M.BISON is this team, where the main damage dealing unit will be Blanca. Then you have the healing buff of Elena, again Blanca, and M.BISON. With this team, you're looking to go beyond the chapter 20s and above. Try to look out to get the synergy right with Fashion Blanca, to choose a character that is also very well built, to get the maximum out of him. He is free to play, however, it can be a bit of annoying, or let's just say you gotta have some patience before you're able to get him. I think it takes 28 days to get him. So yeah, that's basically that. But those are just some of the team ideas, and I hope this video was helpful to some of y'all newer players out there playing Street Fighter Duel. There's going to be a lot more content coming for this game from my side anyways. So if you want to know more about this game and you want to see more content on it, then drop a like, drop a comment, and yeah, take care of yourselves. Until next time.